So please make sure that you join us as fast as possible, because if Ukraine somehow, but this will not happen, manage to lose, you will be next to come.
Denis Ganzha is the Ukrainian youth delegate to the UN, located on the outskirts of the city. He joins us now. Good morning to you, Denis.
Morning, nice to be able to speak to you.
So we hear this morning that in the centre of Kyiv, things are calm, but the action, the trenches, the preparations for fighting are on the outskirts of the city. So are you somewhere safe?
Yeah, I'm in a pretty safe place. I yesterday went to Kyiv, and I'm telling you, Kyiv is 150% ready for defense, because there is on every corner, there are a lot of people who are ready to fight. There are a lot of ammunition, a lot of nice weapons, a lot of protective equipment built. So the Kyiv is ready for anything.
So you agree with Vladimir Zelensky's assessment that the only way that Putin is going to take the city is if he carpet bombs it?
Of course. Well, I also want to say that I don't really understand the Putin tactics, because he just wants to find some kind of victory for his people. And even if he takes Kyiv, the war will be not over, because Ukrainians will resist. They will go to the partisan war. They will fight. They will still attack Russian troops. So what is Putin trying to achieve? Nobody understands.
Yeah, and I think that's a discussion that we've been having today in the studio of what his endgame is. I think nobody does understand it really at this point. We are more than 2 weeks into this invasion, and morale seems to be extremely high. Everybody we speak to, every Ukrainian we speak to, seems resolved to fight back. How long can that sense of determination last?
So according to some psychologists, the first 2 weeks of war are crucial, because this is the moment when your body can still stay under the high stress. And if you lose the second days, this 2 weeks of war, you probably will lose the whole. But as we can see, the whole country is still there resisting. Everybody is having nice morale. 92% of Ukrainians are sure that we will fight back the Russians. It's just that we need some time. And as we can see, the Russian troops, they are more than demoralized. The Russian society starts to understand something. So we are hoping that in a month or a month and a half, this might end.
You are youth delegate to the UN, and as such, I wanted to ask you about young women. We know that women and children have been told to leave, and that they are able to leave the country should they want to. Men of fighting age are not allowed to leave. How do young women without children feel about that? Do they actually want to go?
I have a lot of my friends who are women, and they have left the country, for instance, to Czech Republic, to Poland. And what I really see among them, that they're really strong women. They do understand that they can come to Europe, earn the money so as to pay the taxes of their men, so as to make sure that their family is safe. They're sending the money back to Ukraine. Believe me, most of them are really strong. They're our super fighters also. And there are a lot of women also in the army who help the army, who are medics, who are volunteering. So I think that right now there is no matter of which sex, color, or gender are you. It's just the matter that you're the Ukrainian, and my family is 47 million Ukrainians who are resisting.
And in terms of food, medicines, supplies, is Kyiv in a good place? I've heard that there haven't been runs on supermarkets so far, but do you feel that it's sustainable?
It's normal, I would say. Of course, you can't find all the nice things you liked before. It's hard to find some chocolates, but still there is meat, there is bread. Kyiv is good on this. Of course, there are at some point long queues, but most of the supermarkets, they still work. The bad situation, of course, in Mariupol, in Sumy, in Kherson, in the cities which are under blockade or even seized by the Russian troopers, but still our army is trying to get something there.
And how do you feel when you see the scenes out of Mariupol and the reports of mass graves, of neighbours burying the people they've lived next door to where they fall?
So I was to Mariupol for 5 times in my life, and I can tell you that this is one of the most innovative cities in Ukraine. And it's really heartbreaking to see that people there, they are suffering right now for nothing, that Russian terrorists, we even call them terrorists, they do not give the humanitarian help to come to the city. They are stealing the humanitarian help from the humanitarian corridors. I do have some friends there, and they're not. We are not in touch for more than 2 weeks, but I really hope that Mariupol will stay strong, and I know that people there, they're sure of our victory.
And finally, Denis, as youth delegate to the UN, what message do you have to the world from the young people in Kyiv and in Ukraine as a whole?
This is the war, not also for Ukraine. This is the war for the future of Europe, for the future of democracy, and for the future of our values. So please make sure that you join us as fast as possible, because if Ukraine somehow, but this will not happen, manage to lose, you will be next to come.
Denis Ganzha, Ukrainian youth delegate to the UN, thank you so much for joining us, and do stay safe.